In a lab at the University of Maryland, a researcher sat alone in a room and yawned. Then she waited. On the other side of a one-way mirror, a stranger yawned back within seconds. He didn't know why. He hadn't seen her face. He'd only seen a video of her mouth opening. His name was never recorded. He was just subject 14 in a study. That would quietly unsettle psychology for decades. Because a yawn is not really about oxygen or tiredness. That theory was tested and it collapsed. In the wild, a single wolf yawns before a hunt. And the whole pack yawns within a minute. But put that same wolf next to an animal from a different pack. Nothing happens. No yawn spreads. Somewhere inside that animal's brain, a switch is deciding, is this one of mine or isn't it? And here's the part that should bother you. You have the exact same switch, and it's running right now. In 2011, researchers in Italy filmed over 100 adults for months, logging every single yawn they caught. The result? You're most likely to catch a yawn from family, then close friends, then acquaintances, then strangers. Almost never. Your brain wasn't yawning because you were tired. It was quietly telling you how close you feel to someone. But this was only the surface. The real question is, how does your brain even know a yawn happened? In 2008, researchers at the University of London tested this on dogs who had never yawned at a human before. 21 out of 29 dogs yawned back within 5 minutes, just from watching their owner's mouth open. A dog and a human don't share a language, or a face shape, or 90 million years of separate evolution. And yet the signal still crossed the species line. The same way it does between strangers who barely know each other. But some brains never catch it at all. And that's where this gets disturbing. Babies don't yawn contagiously, not because they're too young to see it, but because the circuit hasn't switched on yet. It only switches on around age 4. The exact same age children start understanding other minds. This isn't a coincidence. Researchers now believe contagious yawning runs on the same circuitry as empathy, which means your yawn was never really about your mouth. It was a live readout of your empathy in that exact second. So what happens when that circuit is different or damaged? In 2015, a study at Baylor University tested students on psychopathic traits, then measured how often they caught a yawn. The students who scored highest on cold, callous traits were the ones least likely to yawn back at all. Their eyes tracked the yawn perfectly. Their brain registered it. It just never triggered a response. The detection worked. The connection didn't. That's the part almost nobody talks about. Because a yawn was never a reflex. It was a signal built to bind a group together, without asking permission. Picture a job interview. The interviewer yawns, almost imperceptibly, 3 separate times. Nobody in that room says a word about it. But something was just measured that neither of you controlled. If he doesn't yawn back, it might be the oldest form of distance there is. This signal is so old, researchers found it in elephants, parrots, even fish. It survived because groups that could sync unconsciously stayed alive longer. Every time you caught someone's yawn today, some part of your brain quietly counted them as yours. And every time you didn't, some part of it just as quietly decided they weren't. You were never asked. The vote already happened before you were aware there was one.